start the intro. Anybody can start the intro.
Let Jose start the intro. I want to see what Jose has to say.
Fuck you, skeezers.
He's been.
Fuck you, skeezers and skip scops. Welcome to the Dude Beat Show, where you're welcomed by your silky smooth voice of the host, Richard Gloria. Welcome to the show, guys. We're trying something new. Jose is here, Juan is here, and Brandon is here. We are all here live, coming to you guys from our houses at 7:47 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. How's everyone doing? What the fuck has everyone been up to? Brandon, we'll start with you. What's been on with you, brother?
School, work, and stressing the hell out because, yeah, I just want out the army. But I'm all good other than that. How about you guys?
A man said fuck the army.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Don't cancel us yet. We're still trying to become famous.
God damn it. Juan, what's been up with you, bro? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been getting kicked in the asshole by my classes. And then, like at work, someone got like their entire bike stolen. And by that I mean,
I saw that. I saw that.
Like the tires, the fucking steering column, the seat. I think they took one of his pedals.
They did this man so dirty. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
they did. and when I got out at 2 p.m.
Damn.
That bike was fucking gone. That bike was gone. Even the frame was gone. Someone came and took the frame.
Dude. Did they bring bolt cutters or something? You think they just
No, the chain is still there, my guy. The chain is still there.
Those some magician ass thieves right there, stealing the whole bike, leaving the chain.
They love bikes and
Yeah, I saw that on your Snapchat. I don't know if you want to plug that in, Juan. Get all the ladies. No.
Jose, what's been up with you, bro? What's been up with
I want to start off by saying I support the troops.
He's just not trying to get canceled.
God damn
somebody cancel him.
I support the troops. That's all I'm going to say. I live, breathe, eat, think, dream, and shit Army.
Brendan, have you ever seen Jose?
I don't know who this is.
Have you seen Jose around the base? Is he all hype and no heart right now?
I'm on the Black Ops team.
God damn it.
No, he's not.
The professional Black Ops.
Closest he is playing Call of Duty in his underwear.
God damn it.
For America.
Hell yeah. For America. There's no more noble cause than playing Black Ops Cold War for America.
For America.
Well, sounds like you guys been having a good time. Like 30 minutes ago, I was laying on my floor asleep. I've been moving boxes all fucking day, and I've been real tired. So
Time
I
out.
took a shower.
Why on the floor?
Dude, I don't know. I was like petting my cat, and then the next thing I knew, I just woke up and I was like, oh fuck, I got it ready for the podcast. No, I got time.
Fell asleep on the floor?
I fell asleep on the floor, bro. And I was
You
like,
can
I got
do
more
that?
time. Yeah.
Hell no.
The even more gnarly part is I fell asleep on my arm. And what woke me up is that my fucking arm fell asleep. I was like, oh, bitch.
Dude, that's the worst feeling ever.
Bro, I've slept in some fucking crazy ass places before, dude. I've dug my own foxhole.
No shit.
And just like, for when I went to basic training, they teach you how to dig your foxholes, like how deep and wide and all that stuff. And I guess it's training, but I felt forced.
God damn it.
They tell you to stay in your foxhole, basically guarding nothing, but like it's just a lot of times the drill sergeants like go out there and like kind of like pretend they're the enemy, and if they see you sleeping or like not paying attention, like they'll just walk up to you, but like, hey, you're dead.
God damn it.
So,
Zap.
But like
Dead
there's been
dog.
times where like they just tell you where to fucking make your hole, and I made a hole and there was an ant hill there, and they still made me stay. They still made me stay in that foxhole, dude, with ants.
That sucks.
And that shit sucked because I was just covered in them. But honestly, dude, I would knock the fuck out in those fucking
Covered
holes
in
with the
ants?
ants.
Did the ants
Yeah,
bite you?
man.
Oh,
No, they got in his butt.
they're not that stupid.
There was
They got in his
there was
butt.
a couple of times. There was a couple of
They
times
got-
where like I had like a bunch of like welts and stuff like that because of the bites.
Oh shit!
One time I saw a big ass red ant.
That's a queen.
Like I call it the.
That's the queen.
No, like it was
Queen ant.
it was in. It was like an what's it called? I don't want to say an African ant, but it's an actual regular ant, and it's not a queen either. I called it a fucking Hulk ant because that shit was huge, and you could literally see its fucking.
Did you kill it?
Teeth and shit. No, dude, I was like, fuck that. I just actually like got out of my hole and just said I was gonna go to the bathroom and shit, but yeah, dude. I've slept in rocks. I've slept. Like in the cold, slept in holes, like all that sort of shit.
Dude, I didn't know
it's ridiculous.
Regular black ants bit, and when I was younger, I got bit on the tip of my dick by an ant, and I felt like a sharp pain, and like me being little, I just kind of like took my underwear off real quick, Transformers, of course, and then I looked down, and there's this motherfucking ant just staring at me.
Just chomping at your dick, bro.
Away.
He just stared at me. I was like, I fucking ate him.
Established dominance by eating.
Yeah,
you're gonna bite me, I'm gonna bite you.
God damn.
So that little ant's mouth, was on your wiener, and then you ate it. So you ate your own wiener.
Bro, does that mean you sucked your own wiener, bro?
I didn't think
I
about
guess
it.
so.
I didn't know what sucking wiener is, but I don't think it counts.
Because you gay.
God damn it.
It's all good.
Well, it sounds like everyone's been having a good time. But with all like the formal introductions out of the way, we got some exciting news. So we actually got our first audio mail message. Yes, we got one, and it's exciting. We got one.
I just wanted to ask you guys, maybe you guys should talk about universal languages, like how music can be a universal language, or even food, like how it can be something so social within people, and just how awesome it is to have that. Thank you.
So that was the message, right? And thank you to our audio listener, and thank you for posting it on Anchor. I know it can be kind of a drag, but we definitely appreciate it. So that being said, go ahead, Brandon.
By the way, sorry to interrupt you, but by the way, like I just noticed that we were in Apple Podcasts, so you could also leave reviews or comments and also ratings on Apple Podcasts if you have any Apple products like iPhone or laptops or whatever.
We moving on
so we're legit now.
Yes. So there you go, guys. You can still leave us more messages. Every message that you leave us on Anchor, we will 100% get to, and we'll definitely answer. If you leave us any reviews or want to check us out on Apple Podcasts, you can definitely do that. Just remember, we are the Dude Be a Show. If you guys are watching, you obviously know. But thank you so much for the support. And so now we're going to move on to the question that was posed. What is a universal language? I know some examples that were used were food and music, and I think that's pretty interesting. So with that being said, does anyone want to take it away? If not, I could definitely start this one. Not a big deal.
I'd actually like to start with nonverbal communication. The things that we pick up on, not consciously but unconsciously. Because I know that it's happened to all of us where we're in a situation and something like lets us know intuitively to make an action or do something. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really too much thought behind it because like it's an immediate feeling, and you just you know that there's something wrong or there's something that you have to do.
I feel that. I got into some shit with my friends before, and all we did was look at each other and we knew exactly what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing needed to be said. We all knew what needed to be done. We just gave each other the look, and that was it. So yeah, go ahead, Juan. Sorry.
So my story is during graduation for high school. I had lost my tassel that goes on the top.
Oh shit!
It's whatever. It's not really a big thing, but I lost it. But as we were walking to the ceremony, I had a good friend, Mike. When he's not throwing himself into a pond, he's a real stand-up dude. I guess some girl in front of him dropped her tassel, and as ever, like, we were walking towards the ceremony, Mike saw it, but I saw that Mike saw it, and when Mike's like saw it fall, like within the second, he picks it up and he threw it back, and my hand was already positioned in the right place to catch it. And I put it on, and she turned around. I was like, I lost my tassel. It just fell. And we walked right past her. Just normal as hell.
Sucks to be you.
See, and he did not even look back. He just knew that I was on it.
That's
I hope she's listening. She's like, she knows exactly who did it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to run that fade.
God damn it. Oh my goodness. You know, so I was actually watching Ratatouille the other day. I think I told you guys earlier in the week. I came home and I was watching Ratatouille at like 4 a.m, and I was like, dang, I didn't even know where to like begin with this question. But then like food. I started thinking about food, especially right now that I was in the shower before the podcast. I think food is one of those like unwritten languages. I think a good home cooked meal from a parent or a friend just conveys a lot of love or comfort to me. I think that's special. I really do. I know that if, like, I can tell that someone loves me if they go out of the way to cook something especially delicious. I know some people are just very naturally gifted and they know how to cook very delicious food, but there's something about it when they put like the extra secret sauce of love in there. It's definitely conveyed to me, at least through food. And I think an example for that is like my grandmother. Man, I love her so much. I love her so much. She used to take care of me when I was a kid, and I used to kind of, like, as a kid, you don't really pay attention to those types of things, you know what I mean? Like, abuelita, tengo hambre. For those of you guys that don't speak Spanish, Grandma, I'm hungry. You know what I mean?
That's like one of the things that you take granted, right?
Yeah. And she's like, ¿qué quieres? Which in Spanish is, what do you want? And since I'm kind of a bean, I usually was like, can I have like hot dogs with eggs? So for those of you guys who are not beans, that's weenies con salchicha, or no, it's huevo con salchicha. And so it was delicious. Really good. It's amazing. Breakfast of champions there, especially right now that I'm older with bagels. I don't know about ketchup, but you get some bagels. You got some onion bagels on the side. Oof. That's
yeah.
Breakfast.
You need ketchup.
Ketchup on eggs, bro?
Are you serious? Am I the only one?
I'm dead ass right now.
Nah,
I like to mix it up.
I ate it too. Yeah.
I was about to say, ketchup with eggs and hot dog is delicious.
Nah.
Jose, as long as you're not a heathen who puts ketchup on pizza, we'll be all right.
No, never that.
No. That's
ketchup
a sin, dude.
Does not belong on pizza. Tapatio, do not put on your pizza. And pineapple, don't put on your pizza.
Wouldn't you call the marinara pretty much like ketchup?
But it's not ketchup. It's fancy
excuse
ketchup.
Me?
Yeah.
Marinara is not ketchup. I mean, it's almost ketchup.
You
but it's
Yeah,
uncultured.
it's almost.
You are
uncultured. It's not almost. It's nowhere near.
Nowhere near it.
Okay.
Nowhere near.
So we have the food scientist, Brandon. Go ahead, explain it.
So marinara is a bunch of spices with like basically boiled tomatoes. And ketchup is like sugar and all those other sweeteners and shit.
And it might not even have tomatoes in it.
Yeah, and
so you're saying ketchup is a lie?
It has tomatoes, but
ketchup is definitely a lie, but it's a delicious lie.
Ketchup has.
We keep telling ourselves.
You can make ketchup at home. You have all your stuff at home, but it's just like a lot of people don't know how to make it. So, I mean, recently I've been making my own stuff, like my own bread, my own tortillas and all that stuff, and it's easy. It's just time consuming. A lot of people don't want to struggle, but it actually tastes a lot better when you make it yourself. Okay. Like you don't deal with the preservatives and all that stuff, and it just tastes a lot better. And coming into that the food language, there was this one experience that I had. Well, I had a bunch of experience with similar to this, but the most recent one was I have a friend that was in baking, and she made pastel de tres leches, which is 3-milk cake.
Just
delicious.
And
I hate
delicious.
that cake so
Man.
fucking bad.
And
Juan,
so,
you're gonna catch the fate.
So, and so she made some and stuff like that. And since I normally am the one that people come to taste and stuff like that to tell them what's missing, she just gave me some to taste, and man, that cake literally put my ass on a chair. Like, no joke. I took a bite and I had to sit down because it was that good. I had to sit down to enjoy that motherfucker because it was that good. So and it was like it made me take a deep breath, and I was like, oh man, I miss Mexico, dude.
God
like,
damn it.
It was like it was that serious, dude. I'm being serious. So I mean, there's been other experiences like that, but that's what I mean. As food language, it takes you back to a place where you're familiar to. On top of that, it's a way to communicate with other people.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I've been to other countries, excluding Mexico, and just talking that conversation about food is very universal. So it's kind of interesting, especially when you cook with another person. When you do cook battles, I guess you could say. It really makes that rivalry, that that friendship, and it makes you learn from each other. So it's kind of cool.
So I have two things to say about this. Back to the food thing, I do think that it is a cool thing, like, to express yourself and people understand it from wherever you're at, like, universally. I personally think about, like, cooking for friends and stuff. I mean, first off, I'm not trusted by my friends anymore.
No, no.
Juan personally knows.
Do you want to tell us why you're not trusted by friends?
One time, I decided to make all of my friends brownies, and I woke up, I was like, I'm gonna make my friends brownies. So I texted everyone, I was like, hey, come over later, I'm making brownies for everyone. And then somewhere along the line of making the brownies, I decided, fuck them, and I put a fuck ton of shit inside those brownies that don't belong in brownies.
Bro, did you spike the brownies?
Yeah, Juan ate a brownie that had I put Dr. Pepper, dog food, hot Cheetos, Gatorade. I pretty much anything I found inside my kitchen, it went in those brownies.
Pain pills.
I put a lot of asprin in there.
Did you put boogers in those?
No, I didn't put any bodily fluids. But after that day, nobody really trusts me cooking.
He cannot be trusted.
But when I thought of the question we received about universal language, I immediately went to how it should be a thing in the world where obviously it's a little harder with the third world countries, but like we should have one language that's a universal that we all must learn. That way there's no language barrier. Like just one absolute language, whether it be English, which is probably a smarter one since there's a lot of people. Spanish wouldn't be a bad idea. I know a lot of people learn Spanish out in the Europes and in the European countries. But like I do think there should be a universal language. Like maybe English is it, or maybe there's this one definite one where we must all learn together and there's no barrier anymore. We don't got to walk around with these iPhones to translate for everything. You know, there's people out there that are scared to go travel because of like that language barrier.
So on that part, the thing is, schools outside of the United States, they do, I want to say enforce. They implement.
Yeah, they do.
They implement English, and it's up to the student to learn if they want to.
But what I'm saying is, like, down to government-wise, it should be enforced to have a universal language throughout everyone.
Yeah. So that's the thing. That's where it comes down to politics, and on top of that,
but wouldn't it be a cool thing?
It would, but why English? Why not like sign language?
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be English, but I'm saying one universal language that we all, whatever we decided on. What if they say it's Chinese? Our government says Chinese. We all got to learn Chinese. Fuck it.
No, thank you.
I think we lose a lot of culture that way.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was going to say.
Languages
culture.
have a lot of culture to them. I want to finish up
I'm not
quick.
saying like it should be your primary dominant language. I'm saying there should be a certain degree, a certain standard of how much we should learn to. So there is no language barrier.
Wait, explain yourself, Richie, because like I don't see how you feel like we will actually lose culture.
So for me, whenever
I think Richie's thinking like they're gonna shove this new language down our throat, and that's just what it is. You don't learn the other one.
To answer your question, Juan, so for me, when I speak Spanish, that makes me feel more connected to my heritage as being a Latino male. My father's from Mexico.
Oh, you're Latino.
Latino. Oh, I'm Latin. Well, I'm not gonna start with that. I'm a Latino male. My mom's from San Salvador. My dad's from Aguascalientes, Mexico. So I'm kind of a hodgepodge of shit, but to me, it does make me feel close to my heritage. I think it's special, and I think it kind of like helps. I mean, it might not have any like clear connection to my culture, but I feel that it does, in my perspective. Just because whenever I think of that, or whenever I speak Spanish, I usually tend to think of like interacting with like my grandmother, or when I was in Mexico and the times that I spent out there, and then just kind of interacting with individuals out there and having fun and learning about the different traditions that I have. We don't really do like the Dia de los Muertos. I mean, we celebrate the holiday itself, but we don't do like the recuerdos. I think that's what they're called. The recuerdos, and then you do like
ofrendas,
the ofrenda.
Stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So we don't do that. I know that's actually like the real purpose of Day of the Dead. But like I said, it does feel special whenever I get to speak to my grandfather, and he talks to me about how he grew up and what he experienced and what he does and all these things. And when I talk to my dad, and he tells me about he was really big into like 80s rock en español. So whenever I talk to him about stuff like that, it helps me feel close to my Latino roots. I'm not sure that it might have any like cultural significance. I just feel that because for me it does, that I would lose a little bit if I was forced to speak English. You know what I mean? I think there might be a little bit barrier. I don't think English is a language to learn either. There's like English is like such a stupid ass language. It has words that are spelled the same but sound completely different, like enunciated completely different. I think that's stupid as fuck, dude. But we're in America and I know English, so it is what it is. But maybe sign language would be great. I think I'm gonna go back real quick to like unspoken language. I know I did stuff with my grandma. But now, like, as I've gotten older, whenever she cooks for me, I can definitely feel, like, the love that she has for me. She wants to take care of me and stuff, and I feel appreciated. And I think, like, another really good, unspoken language is music. I don't know if you guys have ever just listened to instrumental music and kind of walked away feeling like you, I don't know, tasted a piece of someone's culture. I don't know if you guys have listened to, like, different types of music. I know whenever I've listened to, like, South African, like those beats and drums and stuff that they do out there, it kind of gives me like a taste of like the stereotypical thing that you'd see in like movies or in cartoons where they're by a fire and they're kind of hanging out and they're playing their instruments and people are just dancing and enjoying each other's company. So it's cool, it's neat.
It's just because like I feel like if we did have one universal language, I feel like it would create another culture, but another culture where it's like everyone's invited.
Okay. I still think you're thinking of this as a primary language. What I meant was like, you still learn the primary language of where you're at, but there will be an enforcement of you learning this secondary universal language. We will all be held up to the same thing. So that way it's in the back pocket.
Way better.
Yeah, so it's in the back pocket, so it eliminates the language barrier. So if you're from Mexico, you still grow up with your heritage, your culture, you learn Spanish, but at the same time, you're going in school or wherever it may be, you're gonna learn that universal language, and it's gonna be enforced.
So that's the thing with other countries. Other countries have to. I don't want to say they're forced because they're technically not, but. They do have English as a curriculum to learn, But the thing that I don't like personally is about here in the States that you don't have to, like, in high school in California, you have to have a semester of a language.
Well, and that's what I'm leaning towards.
Do you
really?
Like
it's your choice. Well, it depends on the school.
Oh yeah, for most schools to graduate, you have to take I think now it's up to 2 years of a language. But why not just make it to everyone has to take the same 2 years of the same language everywhere?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's the liberty that the American people have, but other countries don't really have it.
How does that help us if half these kids that took that language? Some people I knew took fucking French, and they didn't learn with anything other than just get by.
Yeah.
My mom knows French.
And that's the thing, because it's not enforced. So it's not enforced. That's the thing. And the problem is that all these other countries are learning English because of the fact that they want to get a job that's international, and they're able to do business with Americans. So that's the thing. That's why English is becoming English and Spanish in a way, because there's a lot more Latin American countries that speak Spanish. That's the reason why Spanish is the secondary, but English is the primary. Now, when it comes down to the question that the viewer gave, is universal languages. I'm pretty sure what she meant was math, music, food. Not necessarily an actual
also
language. Dancing too, yeah, definitely. That I guess you could say that goes hand in hand with.
I think
music.
she might have meant anything that can be interpreted as a universal language.
Yeah,
so.
I took it straight up as a universal language, straight up.
So music. I took music classes throughout almost all my life, but I did want to major in college for it. But ran out of money and had to join the army so I could go back to school. So music is very, very interesting, and at the same time very difficult. It has a lot of rules and properties, just like math. I want to say certain things work and certain things don't. But at the same time, one person from a whole different culture could play something, and somebody from the other side of the world could hear that and play off of that. And they can both make music with two different beats or two different cultures. And they're just communicating. Jazz is a perfect example. Jazz is completely made up at the spot. It's improvised. And it's just they play from each other, and that's what I love about music. It's just you don't have to stay to a piece of paper and a pen and follow whatever it's written. You could just play off of people's feelings and stuff.
You could really express yourself in whatever you're feeling, because there's a song for it. There's a song for betrayal, songs for breakups, songs for rock bottom. Everything is covered, because it's all part of our experiences, and then how we put them together inside of our minds and then share them with other people. That's really cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's a really weird thought that I always have is I always ask myself, if I was an alien, what the fuck would this sound like? And that's such a hard question for me to answer to myself, because when I think about it, in the context of what I'm trying to ask myself is I can't remove myself from what I'm accustomed to seeing or hearing, so I could never hear or see something with fresh eyes the way someone who has never ever heard. For me, I know this isn't about universal language, but whenever I look at horses or cows, I think they look weird as fuck, dude. I think they look just weird, bro. But for some people, they look fine, just whatever, And then I wonder, so if an alien came, or if we were aliens, traveling through space, and we came to our planet, and we saw creatures or people or heard music for the very first time, would the creatures look familiar in a way, or would they look completely bizarre? And I know like some of you guys have seen like alien creatures in like media before, whether it's cartoons or movies or whatever, and some of them are like really fucking out there, right? They got like 3 eyes and 8 legs and like 3 heads or some weird shit. But to like focus this in on like music, I wonder what it would be like to come to our planet from space and listen to the sounds that we make, and to actually see if you could pick up a rhythm or some type of like just beautiful harmony, or if it just sounds like pots and pans clanging together and just some loud ass noises. I don't know, like to me that's just a weird ass thing that I ask myself from time to time, because it's so weird. It's like, so for me it's so hard to put myself on that other side, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I think it's like
it definitely is, because like there's we're influenced by so many things. To take that kind of approach at things is very, very difficult. Because I know for a fact that NASA's like they send out this signal, and the signal has a bunch of information, and we've been broadcasting it for years. And inside of it, like there's a bunch of like different like songs that they put into it, and pictures and things like that can be reconstructed from that wave.
Oh, sure.
And they put classical music. So if you had like no concept of like music, you could tell that there would be a structure to it, because it's very, very structured and timed. So you could tell it's not happening by accident.
Right.
And then when they would take time to actually listen to it, it'll be hit or miss, you know, because you never know. Especially when you, like, I know it's happened many times where you're not, where you hear a song and you're probably not in the best of moods, and you're just like, it's not that great. And then when you're in a different frame of mind, you're like, I really, really like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, like, when it comes down to Universal, I believe any species, whether it's alien or not, a good example is that I was actually watching a documentary about music, that some tribes down in Africa, people were studying them, and they were studying their music, or their, like, all the noises that they would make, and they would compare them to bird sounds, and they said that all those drums and music in general really compared to rhythms that birds made when they were together, and if basically humans learned that from animals, and animals are just acting in instinct. So it's kind of like I don't know, I just feel like that's just universal. I guess that music is just something that we as humans, or just as mammals, or just as a living being, are connected to, because even music is connected to math. Even in the universe, even though there's no sound in the universe, technically there is, because we could pick it up with our radio signals and all that stuff, with radiation and whatnot. So it's just I don't know, it's just we don't really know anything about the universe. We think we do, or we think we know a decent amount, but we really don't. And we barely make it to the moon.
We're expanding our horizons.
God damn it.
We're trying. That's the word.
I definitely think it's interesting. I know I listen to a lot of rock music, and they intentionally like to distort the sound of the guitar strings. So some of it does sound like nails on a chalkboard, you know, because that's the intended sound that they're going for. So, like I said earlier, I can only imagine what someone else or something else might interpret it as. You know what I mean? I didn't know that the tribes actually try to imitate birds chirping or birds flocking or whatever, or just animals in general. I think that's pretty neat.
And it's kind of funny that one time I was driving my grandma around, and I put some techno on, and my grandma was like, turn that shit off, or put something else on. And I was like, why, Grandma? It's music. It sounds really good. It's like, no, I just hear fucking noises. That's all I hear. I was like, and that's the difference in generations and and things because my grandma obviously grew up with rancheras, Mexican country music and stuff like that. So it's just like she's used to hearing somebody sing about a love or some this I don't know something just a person
simplicity
singing
of life.
yeah. So it's just like, okay, grandma, it's cool.
Yo, that are...
So she's not into like tacuache corridos.
God damn it. That accordion used to get on my goddamn nerves, dude. It still does to this day sometimes, but now I got a little bit more taste for it.
You know, I don't like. Well, I don't dislike Mexican music. There's some songs that I do like. There's some that I don't. But if I prefer to hear something else, I'll hear something else. But when it comes to other countries using the accordion, like Italians or Argentinians and stuff like that, they just make it sound so much better, very like sensual and very like interesting. And it's just, I don't know. I guess it just depends on the genre, I guess.
You guys fuck with bagpipes? Those things go hard. You guys ever heard of songs with bagpipes?
Those
do. Tight.
Those do go hard. WWE, a lot of people came out with bagpipes. That shit was tight.
Bagpipes are cool, man.
Not as a weapon, as an instrument.
Why not both?
Yeah, never mind. I don't know.
God damn it.
I kind of wanted to change everything. I read a cool question that I wanted to hear you guys' response to.
Shoot,
so
bro.
I was asked, would I take $2 million, but at the same time, if I take it, whether it be an ex, a friend you fell off with, or even a manager you despise, something that you've had ties with or completely cut off now from your life, if you get $2 million, they get $80 million. Do you take the deal?
Yes.
Why? That's shocking because Juan, I already know, was saying this just because he knows. I thought he was going to say no.
Not at all. I would say yes. Why? I don't care. Why? Like, I'm benefiting from the situation, and that's where it ends. If they fall into more
it was
money
the manager you
it,
had at TJ Maxx.
Didn't you hate
I
the
would
manager
rather
at
eat
TJ
dirt
Maxx?
and hedge.
Would you take the $2 million?
Yes. Who the hell cares?
You're gonna make this dude balling out.
Yeah. He's a baller now.
You're taking it?
I'm taking it.
Fuck that! I ain't taking shit.
You scandalous, dude. Why? Like, okay,
Richie, you taking the money?
Like, what? What does it really matter? What does it really matter? If it like, I can't see why you'd want to hold on to that. You'd rather hold on to the grudge than get money.
They don't deserve shit.
My initial gut response was the spite vote. And the spite vote is get fucked, no money for nobody.
No money for. If anything, like I know you two. You two would probably go and tell them I could have made. Made so much money. That's exactly what you guys would do.
Well, hold on. You didn't let me finish. My initial gut reaction was spite vote the fuck out of them. But upon further analysis of Juan's response, you kind of make a good point. I mean,
okay, but
yeah,
you're also
they're plussing out.
Gonna see them with this $80 million. They're gonna go out of the way to show you. It's like, look what you did for me.
Well, maybe if it works out by some miracle,
what does it?
That they shoot you some money because
they won't shoot you anything.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying they won't.
They're just gonna brag it in your face.
Well, who cares, bro? You're $2 million richer.
Exactly.
I would ask the person giving us the money, give me the 80, give me the 2. I'm gonna go up to them and burn it in front of them. Like, look, we could have had this, but fuck you.
But now you get.
Nobody's getting shit.
I think, bro, if you could get those $2 million and live debt free for the rest of your life, that should be pro. You'd be straight. Pay your shit off.
I don't think $2 million's enough.
Mm-hmm. $2 million's enough. Trust me. If you live modestly, $2 million's enough. You put $1 million. You put $1 million into the bank. You let that shit occur. It's fucking interest.
Not compared to that man's $80 million.
Yo, but that's just being greedy, though. At that point, you're just being big greedy.
I don't care.
And
He's not
that's
getting shit.
and that's why I was like,
Brandon,
Juan actually
Brandon,
makes a good
tell
point.
these.
Juan makes
Brandon,
a good point.
tell them.
So
So
okay,
look,
so you'd rather
Wait,
hold on
let
to beef
Brandon, let
than
Brandon
money?
talk.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So look,
Tell him, Brandon.
you guys know out of anybody, you guys know that I have plenty of people that I know that have done wrong towards me. Like, at least I know two big ones.
So think of them, right, in this situation.
And so okay, yeah. So like Richie said, yes, at first, yeah, I would have been like, nah, fuck them. but
You see?
No way. I can.
so
what?
look, hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
okay,
You're not
okay,
letting me finish. So the thing is, I would take the money, even if they would get 80 million. Why? Because even though till today, they stalk my profiles, they send me messages, and all that stuff, I still ignore their asses. I still don't fucking talk to them. Nothing, dude.
Brandon, you're forgetting. They're
Why?
going to have $80 million. They're going to send an airplane above your
and
house
I-
saying, thank
and-
you.
Just
No.
spy.
And
God
I
damn.
understand.
Hey, Brandon, what
And
are you
I
doing in the
understand,
background?
You're
and I
naked, Brandon?
understand.
You showering,
I
bro?
understand.
The $2 million look like a small little pile of money compared to my $80 million.
Why do you cook
And I
naked,
understand-
Brandon?
God damn it.
So-
Are you
and I
cooking
completely
bacon
get
naked?
I completely get that. The thing is, what they could live, they could be rich and be whatever, but to be honest, I know my worth, and at the same time, if I'm gonna get some money out of it, and I could help somebody else too, it doesn't matter because I'm not even gonna see them anymore. You know what I mean?
That's what you think.
If they come to me, like they knock on my fucking door, and then they say like,
Check it out, Brandon.
thank you so much, and I'll be like, dope, I'm happy for you. Slam the door in their face. As simple as that. At the same time, 2 million is enough. It's in plenty. Why? Because you could invest it, you can make a business, and fucking make more than they will ever do, and be happy.
The person that you guys are all thinking about, you guys are giving $80 million, I can promise you, they would not do the same shit for you. They
That's
would
fine.
say
Honestly,
no.
fine.
And that's completely fine because I never wanted them to in the first place. And if
Yeah.
they would, fuck them.
And
Is
the
this like
reason
a
why,
moral
and the
high ground
reason why,
question?
Jose-
Is this
That's what I'm saying. I think you guys are
are.
answering to be like you're not trying to scare your viewers right now. You're like, oh, they're good
No,
people.
no.
Hell no, I know
No,
deep
no,
down
no,
inside,
no,
all of y'all.
No.
As soon as this
No.
fucking podcast ends, we're gonna talk about this. Like, man, I would not give that motherfucker any
Dude,
money.
I was being 100% honest with you. My initial gut reaction is,
No,
Yeah.
me too.
get fucked. Fuck you. No money for you. But Juan makes sense, dude. Who gives a fuck? That's $2 million for free. You didn't have to do shit for that. Go pay
I
off
don't
your
think I
bills.
can live with myself. I just keep remembering
What?
that I gave them $80 million.
Bro, they're living in your head rent free right now, bro. Rent fucking
Look,
free
Jose.
living in your
Yeah,
head.
Well, with that kind of money, they
you're
can
letting
pay
them-
rent and
you're-
still
you're-
be okay.
You're giving them power.
So, look, Jose, let me tell you something, Jose. So, with those two people that I was talking about, those people still live at their parents' house. That's one. I have my own place. They have like very level entry cars, like 20 to 30, under $30,000 cars. Which material stuff doesn't matter, but I have a $70,000 truck, which I'm being able to pay perfectly fine, right?
through the podcast.
Wait, what kind of truck do you have?
Oh.
I want a $70,000 truck.
A che-
If you get robbed, it wasn't me, right?
It's a Chevy Silverado.
Wait, the
That's
podcast
nice.
giving you
So-
guys trucks? I didn't get shit.
Yours is in the mail, bro.
It's the
I
spite
swear.
vote.
I swear.
We had to vote someone off the island, and it was you.
You. Wait, before we carry on, I do
So-
want to say to those listening, the viewers, all of that, if you can leave a comment or an audio message of how you would answer that question, I'd love to hear it, because there's just no way I believe 3 out of 4 people are going to take the $2 million, give one of their worst enemies $80 million. I just don't see that.
Now let me tell you this. Now I've traveled almost all around the world. I've been through all Americas, been to the end of the world, I guess you could say, and I'm actually very happy, dude. Those people don't even come to mind, like, not once when I was traveling. I get to see my friends every once in a while and stuff like that, and if I had $2 million and still do the same shit, it doesn't matter. Why? Because even if they have $80 million, I would still be doing the same shit, not knowing about them, not thinking about them. Just
you're a good
living
man,
my
Brandon.
life, dude. It's not to be good or not, dude. It's just
you're
like
a good man, because
bro,
if it were up to me, even if they told me, you guys, you get 2 million, but the other 3 get 80, get fucked.
Fucking hater. You fucking hater.
Bro, we could all be in cahoots. We could all pull up the money and then fucking split it 4 ways, bro.
I don't believe in that. Get fucked.
That's fair.
Bro.
You know what? I got a question right now off the cusp. Like, where do you guys stand with weed? I'm going to say that weed's tight. Mm-hmm. Weed's, like, very lucrative. Mm-hmm. And I like getting stoned. That shit's cool. I got stoned on Saturday. It's been a long time. It felt good. It felt pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I think weed isn't a bad thing. I think if that's what you like, do it. No one's here to stop you. I'm happy that it's legalized. Great. But I was actually having this discussion with a buddy of mine, and we were talking about how if I were to ever, like, one of my goals in life is for sure I want to start my own engineering firm, and I could be at the helm. And he was talking about, like, same questions, like, would you hire someone, like, would you drug test? I'm like, honestly, I probably wouldn't. Like, I don't think, like, do what you want to do as long as you're getting the job done and what I'm paying you for. If it has no problems, then keep doing as you're doing. But if it starts becoming a problem, then yeah, that question will arise. But I did also tell him, like, if I knew going into the hiring process that I had a pothead on my hands, I would be more veered away to stay away. Just because I've seen, like, in my field of study, I've seen the potheads in the work, and, like, they tend to be on the more laid back, no sense of urgency. And if I'm at the helm of a company, that just doesn't seem attractive to me.
Okay.
And I don't know if that makes me a piece of shit or just
No, that's just your opinion.
That's just where I stand on it.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, if this pothead can show me, he's like, hey, I get high on the regular, but it affects nothing in the workplace, I'm delivering everything I'm asked to do, then, dude, keep getting high. In fact, get higher. See if that helps.
God damn it. Huh. That's a good question. I think that you might be trying to micromanage a little too much. I think by the time that you're at the helm of something, I think there's a lot of components moving at once that would be like one of the furthest things away from your mind. Unless this person was becoming a really big issue, I wouldn't see yourself as a CEO or something like that, as like the lead director or the lead director, as the lead engineer, you know what I mean? I wouldn't see yourself worrying about shit like that. You got bigger fish to fry. You got contracts to worry about. You got state officials to worry about. You got all kinds of bullshit budget to worry about. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying, say it's like my right-hand man that I need to hire. I need to hire, like, a go-to guy.
Yeah. I mean, it does hurt your chances. I'm not going to lie to you. Showing up to an interview smelling like that dank.
Oh, man. Coming in that loud?
Probably not going to help you.
Probably like smelling like that dank in an interview. I can almost guarantee you're not going to get hired. I can almost guarantee you they'll say, you know what, let's reschedule for a different time. I think most people just think that you don't take them seriously, yeah? If you get stoned.
Yeah. Which, at the same time, I don't think that's fair. Because
what do you mean by that?
What if I know there's a lot of people that, like, I wouldn't say need it, but it's like puts them in their comfort place, and that's just sometimes possibly more efficient. I'd like to see some studies on that. I wouldn't say most people are at their most efficient when they're high, but I do know some people, to get in their groove, do need to be high.
I would imagine it probably maybe like has to do with social anxiety or just anxiety in general.
Maybe, possibly. So I do think that if you just write someone off because they came in fucking loud as fuck, that's kind of fucked too.
Well, that's where the resume comes in. If you could see a history and stuff like that, if he just quit his job, you know, if he's jumping job to job, then obviously there's something wrong. But
or I really shitty jobs.
That too. But I mean that's where the interview comes in, where you get to know the person and stuff like that for a little bit. But I personally, being in the military, because of my situation, my physical health, I would like to be able to smoke, so I could be able to, go on with my day without any fucking pain, or at least smoke some before I go to bed, so I could be able to sleep comfortably. Because there's times where I wake up in the middle of the night gasping for air, or wake up with my chest hurting because apparently I stopped breathing at night. And there's studies where because of my issues.
You have sleep apnea?
Huh? Yeah. I actually have my machine right next to my bed.
The PAP thing? I forget. My stepdad
CPAP?
has that.
Yeah.
I think I have fucking sleep apnea. Yeah. Sorry, Brandon. Didn't mean to derail you.
No, you're fine. And it's just like, it sucks, being pretty young and, having issues like that, and you still can't be able to do it because of, I work at a federal job and I get it. I understand that, I have an image to keep and stuff, but it's just they run your body so hard that sometimes you do need it. And at least if they could make a law for federal employees to use throughout your time off, that would be great, at least. But we'll see in the future.
Or maybe out laying out some drying out time too before them going to work.
Yeah.
That kind of bums me out, bro. You said that you had said that you feel like you might want to use it as a form of recovery. That shit kind of bums me out, huh? Like our culture for work is like work until you die. Like literally work until you fucking die. That's fucked. I know this question's about weed, but I thought about that before. Like, am I gonna keep working? Am I gonna keep breaking my back and coming home all fucked up and then trying to medicate myself so I can go back the next day and then the next day and the next day until one of the fucking things gives? That's fucked.
And see,
work live and live to work.
And that's the thing, dude. Like, I did that. In year 4. Year 4 was where like the top of my stress was like to the very top, and I was just popping pills, dude, to ignore the pain, and I would push my body because I was working over 12 hours a day. Still had to take care of a wife during the time. And still had to work out twice a day, and just my body slowly deteriorated, and ended up with the issues that I have now. I don't know, dude. It's you do get a lot of things done, and you do like advance forward, but at the same time, it's not worth busting your back to make other people happy. That could fit in a bunch of other topics, but at the same time we're talking about this specific one, and I feel like sometimes you can't, like, you shouldn't put too much in your plate and self-medicate, because in the future you're gonna end up suffering before it. I am, since I'm still young, I am gonna I am starting to take care of myself more and more, and hopefully I could get a little bit better and do the things that I used to do, obviously with more caution, but be a little bit better.
Question: have you guys tried CBD?
Not super high, no.
I've never tried.
I think I have.
I've never tried CBD. It's supposed to be like the next best thing. It's supposed to have all these like benefits with low amounts of THC, minute traces of it. I mean, granted, if you use enough CBD oil, you'll fucking get stoned, right? Because it does have THC, but it's supposed to be trace amounts.
It has such a low amount. Yeah, it's such a low amount that you'll just get the relaxing feelings and not too much of the head high.
Yeah, I still can't do that.
Really?
I'll get busted for it. Yeah.
You know what, guys? For those of you guys listening, like Jose said, if any of our listeners have actually tried CBD, I'd love to hear what the effects of CBD are, just go ahead and leave us an audio message on Anchor, Anchor.fm. That'd be great. I'd love to
just
hear.
send us some CBD. Just send us some.
So, yeah.
Give them the P.O. box.
P.O. box.
The P.O. box of the mansion that we live at.
God damn. With our 3 Silverado trucks. And Jose's in the mail.
You motherfuckers.
Well, Jose has a bike. That bike's pretty badass.
You guys are actually getting shit out of this. I'm going to be pissed.
Bro, if we get $80 million, we'll give you 2.
And then you'll have 6. Yay!
I'm going to use all 6 of those to make sure each one of you lives a horrible life.
God damn it.
Bro, hold on to that salt.
You can use it to make your chicken spicy.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. Jose.
Hitman as we speak.
God damn it. No, but I think it's an interesting question. I know that like weed's really like, I would say it's kind of overrated, and it's overrated. I think a lot of people like smoke weed right now, and I know there's like a really big trend with weed and getting high and fucking dispensaries and all that shit, but you know, dude, fuck, man. I really do like the feeling. For those of you guys that haven't like smoked weed, I think it's kind of subjective to everybody because everyone kind of, I feel, has a different experience. Like whenever I get really stoned, like I think I've said it like a million times already, but that feeling of being on channel 3 with the white noise just all over your body and you're feeling super relaxed, that's the fucking high that I'm trying to chase. And that's the good shit when you get that stoned. I've tried.
You know that.
What's up? Go ahead.
That reminds me of the story with Juan, where he was at my house and he thought my fucking couch was wet.
Oh shit!
I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, Juan's not very good with weed, bro. I've seen him smoke, and he couldn't put eye drops in his eyes.
No. Hey, that time I was gone out of my goddamn head because of fucking Mark.
Bro, were you putting eye drops in your nose?
I mean, cram.
God
No,
damn it.
he was trying to put it in his eyes, and he couldn't do it. And he kept asking me to help him, and I couldn't stop laughing at him. Like, there's just no way you can't do that right now. It's not that hard,
Bro, it was very difficult at the time, and the people who were there probably thought I was retarded.
Oh my god.
And at that time, I was.
God damn it.
But yeah, during the time when I was still living in California, we were smoking in my garage, and we just went to the living room. We just started listening to or watching TV. And Juan, well, we were all laughing at what's going on TV. I think we were watching Flapjacks or whatever. And then
that show's
next thing you know, I see Juan like rubbing my fucking couch and shit. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, bro, what the fuck, Brandon? Your couch is wet. I was like, I look at the couch, it's like dry as fuck, dude. And it's like, what are you talking about? You're fucking tripping, dude. It's like, no, bro, I fucking swear to God, like it's wet as fuck. And I don't know, man. It was just
like, I couldn't get the. When I put my hand on it, it felt like it was just completely soaked. And I was telling that to Brandon, but he did not believe me. But if I was crossfaded as fuck. And I was doing fucking that shit where you you take a hit,
submarines.
and then you drink some beer, and then you blow it out after.
Cool guy.
Holy shit.
No, that shit got me fucked up.
Yeah, getting crossfaded left me in the restroom for the whole night.
Yeah. It was some good shit. That's always gonna be some. There's always something good that's gonna happen.
Have you guys ever tried edibles? I've had edibles 3 times.
Oh, I think Jose has. I think Jose really loves them.
I've never had one in my life.
It sounds like Juan
Jose,
is saying spite stuff. It sounds like you've definitely tried edibles. Do you want to share with the cast?
I'm a good
some
kid.
story?
I've never smoked. I've never ate an edible. I've never done any of that.
I'm gonna share my story then, and then hopefully inspires you. So one time my brother gave me edibles. He gave me like 3 sour strips. And I don't even know what milligram of THC had. But he's like, hey, I usually take like 3 of these. So maybe you should only take like half of one.
And Richie was like, no.
And I was like,
I'm a man. I'm going to eat 3.
I was like, okay. And so I followed his advice. I put the other 2 away. I got the one. I folded it in half and I ripped it in half. And then I gave the other half to my friend Sess, who ripped that in half and took a quarter of it, right? So does that make sense? Yeah, right. So he took a quarter and he was cool. But I ate that half. And dude, like, that was my first time experiencing edibles. And it was at the apartment. Like, that shit was tight. Because we were watching movies. And then all of a sudden, like, I started to feel my heart rate, like, slow down. And I can hear it. And I'm like, fuck. And then I started getting tunnel vision. Like, I started getting tunnel vision. And then I'm like, fuck. I don't know how to explain this to those of you who haven't been high. But, like, the thought process is like, damn, I'm relaxed. But damn, this is getting intense. But I'm too relaxed to be scared that it's getting intense.
Yeah, like it pretty much like wears you to the point where you're tired enough. Just all you have to do is focus on existing. Because if you don't, I feel like it's the whole Jumanji kind of getting sucked into the box kind of thing. So like you just like warp into somewhere else because you're so fucking baked.
I time warped. I fucking time warped, bro. I was laying in my couch, and you know, like that very stereotypical, like, this is your brain on weed, this is your brain off weed, and like your brain's like sizzling and it's like all melted and shit. Dude, that's how I felt in my couch. I was like, fuck, I feel like butter melting on a big old pile of flapjacks. and so my friends got hungry, and so they wanted to go eat, and so they kept like, let's go eat, let's go eat, let's go eat. And I was like, yeah, let's go eat. And then every time I said that, I would wait like 30 minutes. And then they'd be like, what the fuck, we're hungry, let's go eat. And I was like, yeah, me too, let's go eat. And we'd wait another like 15, 30 minutes. And they eventually got to the point where they're like, dude, what the fuck? We're trying to go eat, we're hungry. And so they pulled me off the couch. And that's where it got all bad. Because as soon as I got in the car, like, you ever seen one of those, like, how they try to emulate like being close to death or being extremely like drugged and poisoned in movies where like all the lights are streaking past you and it's like going black and you're just like, oh, that's exactly so cool. That's exactly what happened to me. I was fucking dying in the movie. And so we went to Corky's. That was like, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes away from where we were living at the time. And I got to Corky's. I don't know how I made it inside. Like, all I remember is like laying on the couch. And then I remember being in the car. And then I remember being inside the booth at Corky's. And then I remember the lady asking me stuff. And then I was trying to order like water. But I was just doing like the most terrible job of water. I was like, let me get lemons. And lemons? She just looked at me like, what? I was like, oh, let me get water with lemons. I wanted water with a lemon wedge in it. But I couldn't for the life of me. I couldn't fucking order it. Like, I'm telling you, when I was too stoned, dude, I was just done, bro. Like... So I tried my best. Eventually, my Hugo was like, dude, just can I have a water with lemon, please? And so
with that disappointed look.
Yeah.
Like, my
He's
God.
Like, God damn it, dude. Like, really? And so I'm sitting there and, like, getting higher every second. I don't know. This feeling is so weird, and I don't know how to explain it, but you're high, and then you just keep exponentially getting higher. And you're like, oh my God, when am I going to peak? Oh my God, when am I going to peak? Oh my God. And you never peak. So I was in the booth, fucking jumping dimensions. And then one thing led to another. And then my stomach like retched and turned upside down. And I got the sticky spit. And no, bad times. Bad times. So I went into the restroom at fucking Corky's and I yacked. And then I sat at the booth. And then I was in the right timeline again.
I was like, you jumped back? You finished off your looper?
Yeah, dude. I fucking came back to reality. That was... You know what? Like, until I reached that, like, apex of being so high that I had to throw up, it felt pretty tight. I'm not gonna lie to you. But edibles are weird, bro. I'd never fucking do edibles again. Unless I'm trying to, like, get really weird. But weed's not bad, man. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And it helps, like, with my back and shit. I do a lot of, like, manual labor. My body gets really tired. So, that kind of stuff does help.
I know that once I get out, I know there's a doctor around here that takes in veterans. And he just gives you the letter. So I could get the ID and stuff, so... So I'm gonna do that. That'll be nice.
Yeah, so you can get some.
You know what I've never looked into though. Sleep. Have you guys ever looked into whether smoking weed has like side effects on your lungs? Because you're technically still breathing.
I've always thought that. I've always thought about that. I just always assumed anything that you smoke probably shouldn't be going into your lungs anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I honestly don't know anything. I've never read into it. Never really gone further than just speculation.
Yeah, it's just bad for you.
Right? It can't be good. Like, it isn't.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine anything going.
It doesn't make you healthier and shit.
God damn it! I feel so much healthier.
Like, I can't imagine it being beneficial for your lungs.
No.
Yeah. Plus, like for me, I don't think I would do it because I'm not. I used to vape. I used to smoke, and then I went to vape, and then I just stopped. It just doesn't call my attention anymore. But if I do weed, it would either be the oils or the edibles.
Like wax? Like the Stizzy sticks?
No, like
those can't be good for you. There's no way those are good.
I don't fucking know. Probably.
Well,
not.
I remember when my buddies would smoke. They were for like a little time period. They were thinking about that. They're like, oh yeah, like it's not good to smoke whatever into your lungs. So they would buy them. They would sell at the dispensaries this it was like a little string, and then you light the string on fire, and then you light the bowl with that string. I can't remember what it was. It was like some sort of.
Was it
I don't know what it was honestly, but it was supposed to be a healthy alternative to it.
So
smoking a string
so
or what?
I don't fucking know.
No. Using the string, you spark the string with it, so it's a string around a lighter. It was like I'd have to look it up. It was like a wick of some sort, but.
Are you sure this person wasn't smoking crack or something?
No. You strike the string or whatever it was that was wrapped around it, and then you use that string that's now lit to spark the bowl instead of lighter to the bowl.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's a bunch of fancy stuff nowadays.
Yeah. I've never seen it again, but I saw it for a little bit.
What about a humidifier? You think? I mean, that has like all the benefits, right? Well, right? Can't you do that?
Is that the Vacuum 9000?
That's the one where you just put like a fuckload of weed in it, and it just makes it into smoke, and you just like residually breathe in on the secondhand weed smell, and you just get high.
It's like,
okay.
It's a bunch of like.
Never seen one of those.
It fills up a bag and you just like suck it.
Oh, so it is a Vacuum 9000.
Yeah, like it's no smoke. It's just like it takes out all the smoke, and it's just like pure
I've
air.
seen people do that. That didn't look fun.
Vaporizer?
Yeah, that didn't look fun.
Oh yeah. I've tried it. Yeah.
Does it get you really stoned?
Yes, I remember I did it at some kid's house. His mom came in and smoked it.
God damn it!
If I'm not mistaken, I was at your house the day you did that.
Oh yeah. I came home and like made an ass of myself and then went to my room.
God damn it! I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, I was at Juan's house. I was visiting him, and he wasn't home. And then when he found out I was there, he kind of felt like, "Fuck, I gotta go home." And
no,
then he
I wanted
showed
to come. Yeah, but I came up extra crispy, if you know what I'm saying.
He showed up extra toasted. Him
like
and Matt.
Subway sandwich. Oh yeah, we bought.
Matt
was him and Matt.
too.
Yeah,
Came
it
in.
was
Toasted meatball marinaras.
God
Yes.
damn it! Have you guys ever done a gravity bong? I did that one time, and I got really stoned, and that shit got me like made me feel like my lung collapsed. Shit was intense. I got really stoned. Fuck yeah, I did. But it felt like my lung collapsed. I just started eating bread. My fucking lung hurts eating bread.
I want to save my story for another day because I have a pretty good story for that.
Well, it looks like it looks like the podcast is pretty unanimous. Everyone is in favor of weed except for Jose.
Didn't say that. Didn't say that.
So I think this might be a good place to call it, guys. Yeah, so weed, not bad, kind of cool, kind of weird. Maybe we don't want it in a professional work setting, but for recreational use, not too bad. But thank you guys. So for our listener who actually left us our audio message, we didn't know if you would be okay with us saying your name, so we did not. So we will just say thank you for leaving us the first audio message to the Dude Be a Show. We definitely appreciate it. It was a very thoughtful and thought-provoking question. So thank you. I know we've said it several times this podcast, but I'll go ahead and say it one more time. For anyone else who'd like to leave us an audio message, we'd love to hear questions. We'd love to hear feedback, especially the CBD one, because none of us have done CBD, and I'm actually really interested in that. Go ahead and leave us a audio message on anchor.fm.com, or no, anchor.fm, sorry. And yeah, we'll shout you out. Let us know in the audio message if it's okay if we can say your name. If not, we won't, just to keep you anonymous. But yeah, thank you very much. Where can everyone be found at if you guys want to be found? Brandon, we'll start with you.
Well, you could find me on Instagram, Bradley, Instagram.com/Bradley217. You could shoot me a message through there, and then, yeah, we could link up through there.
Yeah, you can catch me on Chegg.
On what?
Chegg.
What the fuck is that?
The world's greatest website.
Yes. Only
Okay.
like people who are really in there really know about Chegg. Catch me in the comments.
Jose, where can they find you?
rchrich.twitch.tv.
God damn it.
Check them out.
You can find me
He
on
was
my...
totally not paid.
Oh
to
my
say
god. You can find me on my Rumbler profile on rumbler.com.
Rumbler.
If I don't like your face, we're fading.
Well, I'm swiping right on that one.
God damn it. No, but in all seriousness, you guys can find me at RCH Rich on anywhere, any platform, RCH Rich. Just look for the guy with the glasses and the shitty beard. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's very exciting. We finally got approved for Apple, so now we are on Apple Podcasts. Definitely check us out there if you prefer Apple. Leave us a review if you like the show. If not, it is what it is. Thank you for spending time with us. Bye.
We love you. Bye. You leave the kisses in there. Leave the kisses in that one. Hug, big hug, big kiss.